Welcome to Table Talk Reviews. I'm Matt Mitchell. In this video, we're going to be going back to 1950s Hoboken, New Jersey as crime organizations battle for control of the city in District Noir. This is a game published by Pandasaurus Games and designed by Nao Shimamura and Nobutake Dojin. Let me show you how it plays, and then I'll share my thoughts. District Noir is played over 4 rounds, during which you'll be playing cards to the center row, as well as taking cards and collecting them, attempting to get the most supporters of each type, as well as sets of the 4 different supporters to gain control of the city. To set up the game, give each player a reference card. This shows which side they're on, the card distribution, as well as a reminder of the scoring. Shuffle the deck and remove 3 cards from the game without looking at them. Deal 5 cards to each player to form their hand for round 1. Reveal 2 cards face up in the center of the table to start the row of cards. Flip the faction token to decide who goes first. This will alternate between rounds. On your turn, you have a choice of 2 actions. You can simply play a card by adding it to the center row, or you can choose to take cards. When you take cards, you'll take the last 5 cards added to the row. You can't take this action if there are no cards in the row, but if there's less than 5 cards, for example, here we have 4 cards, you would simply take all 4 cards. If there are 5 or more cards in the row, you must take exactly 5. You can't choose to stop taking cards early to avoid taking bad cards. Place the cards you've collected face up in front of you, organized in piles by supporter type, city cards, or alliance and betrayal cards. You may only choose to take cards once per round, after which all actions on your turn remaining will be to play a card, adding it to the row. Once both players have taken 6 actions, playing all the cards from their hands and taking cards from the center row, the round is over. If no player has collected all 3 city cards for an instant victory, the game will proceed to another round. Flip the faction token over and pass it to the opposing player. Keep any collected cards in front of you, and any cards in the center row will remain there. Deal a new hand of 5 cards to each player and play another round, same as round 1, and repeat this until someone wins an instant victory by collecting all 3 city cards, or until 4 rounds have been played. After 4 rounds, you'll proceed to final scoring, where city cards are worth nothing, and your supporter cards will give you points based on their value if you have the majority. So in this case, this opposing player has 3 out of the 5 supporter cards of the blue type, so they will gain 5 points. If there is a tie, here this player has 3 6s and I have 3 6s, both players will not score points. Here I have the most 7s, so I'll score 7 points. I have no 8s, this player beat me on that and will score 8 points. And then your betrayal cards are simply negative points, and alliance cards are simply positive points. You'll also score for sets. Here I have no sets because I failed to get any 8s. This player has 2 7s, so in total they'll have 2 sets of 4 different types of supporters, and they will score 5 points for each of those sets. Total up your points. Whoever has the most wins the game and controls the city. District Noir is all about taking cards at the right time, but it can also be about baiting your opponent to take cards at the wrong time, which has definitely happened to me. 2 city cards will be available in the second round, mixed in with some negative cards, but you gotta take your chances at 2/3 of an instant victory and hope that with half the deck remaining, it's still in there someplace. But of course, it's in my opponent's hand. Doesn't work out too well for me, but the game plays in less than 15 minutes, so you can just have a rematch right after losing. The game is really easy to learn, especially after you take cards in a round. Your only option is to play cards, which during the first time you play might feel like you don't have a lot of agency, but as you get to know the game, it's really crucial the order you play those cards to hopefully bait your opponent into taking cards early so that the good cards in your hand can carry through into the next round. There is a theme on District Noir, which is cool, and the cards look nice, but it doesn't influence the game mechanically in any way. It's a pretty standard set collection game. There's nothing super innovative or exciting about it aside from that rule that you have to take exactly 5 cards from the center row if there's 5 or more available. And that's really all there is to say about District Noir. It's a solid 2-player game that plays really quickly. If you like these types of small card games, this is definitely one you should check out. And that's all for this video. Remember to like and subscribe for more board game videos to come.